2017 Volkswagen Golf 7 Introduction. The Golf is VW's best-selling car, being sold in more than 30 million units since it was released back in 1974. One of the reasons it sells so well is the great value for money people get with it. The last 3 generations of the car have been some of the best-selling cars in Europe. The latest is the Golf 7, which offers a great interior for the price, fuel-efficient engines and a modern look. However, the car was released back in 2012, and if we had to take a guess a few months back, we would have said that VW would replace it, considering that both the Golf 5 and 6 have been replaced after just 4 or 5 years. This is not the case with the 7 though. It seems that the gold sells better than ever, and why to fix it if it's not broken? The upcoming 2017 Volkswagen Golf 7 is going to be just a mild refresh of the ongoing model. A few pictures of the car have already been leaked, and even though their authenticity hasn't been confirmed, it looks to be the real deal. The car will get an updated interior, likely better engines, as well as small changes on the outside. Its price is still unknown at this point, but doesn't expect a huge difference over the ongoing model. The release date has not been revealed, but the car should be out by the end of the year. The facelift of the Golf was revealed a couple of months back, but the car was released in showrooms a short while ago. The model brings quite a few improvements inside the cabin, but it still remains mostly the same as before everywhere else. Unfortunately, the Golf isn't what it used to be in the past. The current model is one of the most expensive cars in its class, while not offering much more than the competition. Its only real strong point is the interior, but more on that later. Let's start our preview of the upcoming 2017 Volkswagen Golf 7 with its exterior design. From the leaked pictures of the car, is quite clear that VW wants a more modern look. However, the changes are not as large as many of us expected. In the front, new headlights seem to be available on the base models as well as on the GDI. These look a lot more similar to what is currently available on the newest Passat. The grille hasn't changed as much, but the bumper did. There are newly shaped air intakes as well as different housings for the fog lamps. The leaked pictures also show at least 2 new models of wheels, which will be available on the regular Golf as well as on the GDI. The latter also seems to receive a new rear bumper with integrated exhausts, which look a lot like those on the new Passat as well. Update: the new version of the car doesn't bring all that many changes over its predecessor. Even though this is the midlife update of the car, VW tried to change it as little as possible. This means that it gets new headlights and taillights and a revised set of bumpers. In the front, the base models have more in common with the GTI, sporting slightly more aggressive intakes and a new grille. The rear gets fake exhausts across the range, which do ruin the otherwise classy design. VW did add quite a few new rims for the buyer to choose from, but these do add up to the cost of the car. Unfortunately, at this point, not much has been said about the car's interior. However, not that long ago VW showcased a new infotainment system with gesture control. This will use a large 9.5-inch HD touchscreen that will most likely use IPS technology. This will give the car gesture control, which is currently available only on top-end models. On top of that, its instrument cluster is expected to be upgraded as well. While the base model won't receive it, it should be an option for the other models. This will include a very similar setup to what is currently available on the latest Audi A4 and R8. Update: the best part about the new Golf is the interior. Even though it looks mostly the same as before, its quality is well above the average. In fact, we would go as far as saying the car even offers a better cabin than many other more expensive cars out there. The biggest news on the update is the new infotainment system and VW's all-digital instrument cluster. The infotainment gets a larger 9.2-inch touchscreen with faster hardware. The instrument cluster, on the other hand, gets to use a 12-inch screen which the driver can configure to its liking. The base engine that will be fitted to the 2017 Volkswagen Golf 7 will most likely be their new 1-liter turbocharged inline 3. This is also available on the ongoing model, where it makes 113 horsepower and 200 Nm of torque, which is quite impressive for the size. further up the range, we should see an updated 1.4-liter TSI unit providing anything between 125 and 160 horsepower. The 1.8-liter turbo, which is available only in the US, should receive a small boost as well. The GDI, as well as the R, should both receive the same engines as before with minimal upgrades. Some rumors suggested for new diesel, but at this point, it still is quite early to say anything about them. Update: there are quite a few available engines on the Golf update. The base model gets a 1.0-liter turbo 3 good for 113 horsepower. This boasts improved fuel economy when equipped with the revised 7-speed DSG gearbox. A larger 1.5-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine has also been made available. This now offers up to 150 horsepower, which is all sent to the front wheels via either a 6-speed manual or a new 7-speed DSG. The GTI gets the same 2.0-liter engine as before, which now makes 227 horsepower in the base trim level. The R still makes a bit under 300 horsepower, making it one of the most powerful VW cars on the market.